Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Eric. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Eric,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Eric?
Kelly.
and Rick.
This week we watched Timecop, directed by Peter Hyams, written by Mark Verheiden and Mike Richardson, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Mia Sara, and Ron Silver. IMDb synopsis: Max Walker, a officer for a security agency that regulates time travel, must fend for his life against a shady politician who is intent on changing the past to control the future. So what do you guys think?
There was a lot of titties in this movie that I didn't remember from a kid.
A lot of titties. There was two different women titties.
That's a lot for an
Two
action
different
There were
women
movie.
me and
titties.
the cyber chick,
Two different woman titties.
and they were similar titties. So it wasn't like it was.
I realize
like,
that. I'm not saying they were like the. What I'm saying is, if you have a
You said a
regular
lot,
action
though.
movie,
Okay.
if you have a regular action movie, they have an allotted set of boobs. This was way over that allotted amount.
Yeah, and the woman
This
was
was way
writhing on
past
the
it.
bed. Oh, my seen her.
I was like, man, I haven't seen stuff like that since I was like 12 when on the internet.
Well, I'm on
When
the
they
internet.
still made stuff like that. They don't make stuff like that anymore. We all know that.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
No.
You're just looking in the wrong genre now, Eric.
What would that genre even be called?
Time travel.
No. Time travel to when I was 12, when there was some director who thought people might want to look at that because you can't find it anymore.
Come back in time with me.
That was pretty good, Kelly.
That wasn't the best. It was kind of shitty.
That
So
was
why did
fucking
they
good.
have to have a wall behind where the time travel pod flies at? Like, you could just have the track keep going, right? Like, you only have to
To make it
seemed like-
scary?
it seemed like they had to reach like a certain speed, right? And then they could travel, I guess. You know, probably not 88 miles an hour. I don't know. But they had to like reach a certain speed, and then it would pop them through whatever time thing it is. And for some reason, they decided, oh, we need to put a fucking wall back here so that, you know, these guys shit their pants every time they're doing it instead of just like letting them continue on. If it fails, it fails, and they don't have to die. They're like, well, if it's a failure, you can't live. I'm sorry. Like,
I don't know. I was trying really hard to come up with some bullshit sounding reason, and my brain was just like, I don't know. This is just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it is, dude. It's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean that's what this whole thing is.
You know?
It's very much so.
You know, I mean, it wasn't the best movie in the world. It wasn't
Was
the
this
worst.
the first time they like? I'm trying to remember, like, because I remember like time travel stuff being like you can't touch your past self or the same person in like when you travel, otherwise some bad shit will happen. Is this where that came from? Because I can't
Yes.
remember it anywhere else besides like
No, this is
Okay.
this is
newer
the first
stuff.
time I remember seeing it,
Butterfly effect.
and I'm a big fan of this
Right.
of the that genre,
Or
which
just,
is
like,
the stupid time travel genre.
the guys blob and or become a blob and just melt away.
Yeah.
He just
yeah.
looked like he got turned into a hemorrhoid.
I
Yeah.
mean, time travel blobbing is a real thing, man. You got to watch out about it.
Yeah, because you turn into a hemorrhoid.
Well,
You don't want to be the hemorrhoid there. That's no good.
you don't.
They're like,
do not
hey,
wanna
what's
be the
going on?
hemorrhoid.
Oh no, I've turned into a hemorrhoid.
God.
You know,
Jean-Claude
that's why
Van
you don't
Damme,
want
right?
to pop a hemi.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Van Damme wanted to make sure you knew that he knew how to kick in this movie.
Oh,
And how to do
Jesus
splits.
Christ.
Yeah, basically any movie he's in, but still, it's just like
Van Damme has a playbook. His playbook is he does the splits. He does French accent one-liners that don't make that much sense,
yeah,
except for one he nails. That's and then he's got his fucking lady 80s rocker hair,
Yeah.
and he has to have a shirt off, and he's got to be romantic. That's his playbook.
So, what else has Van Damme been in? Like, what else do I know him from?
He was in
Ricky, you just signed yourself up for a Van Damme experience.
He was in Kickboxer, Double Team. He was in Mortal Kombat, Ricky.
Okay, that might
Yeah.
be the only thing I could potentially know of him from, because I haven't seen any of the
Kickboxer is a
other
good
stuff.
movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Was it Bloodsport?
He's in Universal Soldier with Dolph Lundgren. That's a
I've
fucking
never
great
seen
I
movie.
thought he was in Universal Soldier. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
he's
him on the
great.
cover.
That's the best movie that he's in.
He's in
Because Dolph Lundgren
Bloodsport.
plays like this fucking awesome maniac.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
What in the fuck were you doing in your when you should have came over to our house?
I was out
What the
playing in
hell?
the woods during my childhood.
Well, you could have played out in the woods at our house too.
He's in Last
Yeah.
Action Hero.
Yeah, but you see now, there's a big difference between playing in the woods at my house and to your house. You see, at my house, the worst that might happen is, oh, I might get mauled by a wild animal or some shit like that. Like at your house, it was,
That's pretty bad.
oh, fucking one of Eric's brothers might try to chop my head off with a sword or shoot me with something.
Wild animals still
like-
bad. You know that, right? Like
While
like a
I also
mountain
have the
lion got you?
risk of a wild animal mauling me or some shit like that. So it's like it's double the risk.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
see-
say there is still a risk of the wild animal. at our
Exactly,
house. He's
exactly.
definitely not
So
gonna
you
get
know what I
around
mean?
that.
So it's like, why take that added risk, when I could just have to deal with, the risk of wild animals,
Ricky, sorry, he was in Street Fighter. What I was thinking is that that Johnny Cage is based off of Van Damme. Van Damme didn't want to be in the first Mortal Kombat movie because Johnny Cage dies,
Okay.
and Van Damme doesn't like to die in movies.
Okay.
So yeah, he was in the Street Fighter movie, but he does play Johnny Cage, his voice in the new at least one of the skins, I'm assuming, in the new Mortal Kombat video game.
Okay.
So because it doesn't sound like Van Damme unless he's like, that's not a fake accent, right? That's like he's actually
Nope,
French or
he's
some
he's
shit. Yeah.
French or
Yeah, he's
he
Belgian.
might be from
Belgium.
Louisiana. Belgium,
like-
that's what it is.
yeah, he's from
That's where the
Belgium.
kickboxing comes from. Because he's got the same accent as Boss Rutan. Man, I wish Boss Rutan would have got all those movies though, because he's bald and he's also like the coolest guy ever. It's too
But-
bad.
Yeah, so because I remember like Johnny Cage was based on Van Damme because he kicks a lot. He's like a movie guy, does all this shit. He looks like him in the thing, but he didn't want to play him in the movie because Johnny Cage gets killed by Goro pretty quick. So
Doesn't he get ripped in half?
no, I'm pretty sure his neck gets broken.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. He comes down behind him and snaps his neck.
Yeah.
What's the dude that gets fucking ripped in half?
I don't think they
By
rip
Goro.
rip anybody in half in the movie.
I could have sworn.
In the first movie, at least.
I could have sworn that fucking Goro ripped someone in half in one of those movies. Like, someone just grabs them and just.
I mean, he might in a later movie, but I don't think he does it in that one. It might happen in the new movie.
Could
Well,
have
was that
sworn that
Goro
he
in
did
that
it
one?
in one of the older movies.
Who's Goro?
He's a four-armed guy.
Huh?
Big guy.
have
It's the
no
one that Johnny
idea.
Cage punches in the balls. And then
So
up?
I forgot to tell you, I've never played Mortal Kombat. I think you're talking about Mortal Kombat thing, right?
yeah, but I was also talking about the movie. Have you
Okay.
ever watched the movie?
No,
How have you not? Okay, I guess we're gonna have to watch Mortal Kombat one of these days.
because it's a
Because-
movie of a game I've never played. So I was like, I don't need to watch this
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. And
It's
I guess
it's a way
we're gonna
better
have
movie
to-
than that fucking shitty Street
Game?
Fighter game was. No, than the Street Fighter movie was.
Well,
the
that's
Street
why I
Fighter
didn't
movie
watch
was
Mortal
real bad.
Kombat, because I was like, it's gonna be as bad as this.
No, it
I mean,
actually was
it's pretty
good.
bad, but it's also kind of like
Nah,
cool.
it was good, man. They did a good job with it. And the new movie's pretty good too. I like that one.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess one of these days we're gonna have to choose Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Eric's
Yeah.
never seen it.
Plus Universal Soldier, because that is
Yeah.
actually a really good movie. I mean, I've seen it about 1,000 times as a young kid. It's pretty cool. My mom would let us watch that stuff. She didn't give a shit.
Our mom usually really didn't give too much too many shits about too many things. You know what I mean? There was only very few things that she was like, "Nah, fuck y'all, you ain't fucking doing that."
It's like gore. Nah, I don't know. Like Predator, right? It didn't have like super realistic gore, but she
Yeah,
was not.
so our mom really
not
didn't give two
concerned
shits if
at
something
all.
had gore in
Yeah.
it or something like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that wasn't really like
Those are
that
the
wasn't
good
like,
moms.
I don't feel like there was any movies that mom told us not to watch.
No, not
because
really.
if there was something that mom told us not to watch,
We were gonna fucking
dad would watch it.
exactly,
And then we could watch it with dad, and it wouldn't
Exactly.
matter. Because I think the only thing I can think of was heavy metal,
Yeah.
and that was just a lot of boobs. And well,
Yeah,
dad was like,
boobage.
"Fuck it, I'm gonna watch it," and then we would just sit and watch it with him.
Exactly.
It's a weird movie.
It's
It
major
is a
boobage.
fucking weird movie.
It's a weird one. The boobs
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like, what the
Fucking
hell? Somebody like
Hippopolis.
drank a lot of booze to get to that sucker.
Oh, someone did a lot more than just fucking drinking booze to fucking create that fucking movie. All right, dude. There was a lot
cocaine?
more. There was a lot more than even that, dude. There was
cheesing.
Oh, pretty much. I mean, like the real life equivalent of cheesing was pretty much what went down there. Okay, like there were some serious drugs that went on while that movie was
Now,
being created.
South Park made their own movie or show.
Parody-
What was it? What was it?
parody of it.
Episode on that
Yeah.
roughly?
Yeah.
I've never seen the.
No, yeah, it was the whole
movie,
like
but
major
I've seen
boobage
enough of
thing
it.
there. you
Yeah.
know, where they start.
Oh, she's well
teasing-
aware.
Yeah.
And-
What you saw in that episode is what was it basically what heavy metal is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's what I
like
thought.
incoherent, weird fucking shit going on.
It's like old
With-
school fucking shit, but also somehow in the future.
Well, like any heavy metal album from like the 80s, that cool fucking artwork and shit, 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's all heavy metal was just that artwork in a cartoon
Yeah.
with the music behind it.
And a
So,
lot of boobs.
so
Yeah.
it was a fucking weird movie.
That's all I noticed. I was just like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Kind of happy I didn't see it when I was a kid because I think it would have ruined it for me for South Park.
Honestly, it just brought in a fucking era of nostalgia for me. Like that's all it did,
Yeah?
Oh.
Fucking
Gotta have the major boobage,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking Hippopolis all up in there, and I want to
Damn
go
it.
fight in the brushary,
did you guys like the bad guys in this movie?
Oh, man.
Oh,
I miss when they had the bad guys that you could tell because they had fucked up hair
They're here.
Yeah.
and fucked up outfits.
gosh.
I miss that. That's why
Yeah.
I think it's like, dang it, why can't we go back to that? That was such a great era. Oh, that guy's the bad guy. Look at his hair. Easy as that. It's like a 1-2 punch of that's fucking easy as hell to tell who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
It's
Don't you
not
love in these older movies like where they do that typical trope there, where like there's sometimes like try to make it like seem like that's not gonna be the bad guy. Like, oh no, that guy's definitely not the bad guy. He's a fucking corporate CEO who fucking kills puppies. Of course he's the fucking bad guy, dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, like the first scene is just the guy stomping puppies to death.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah, it's like,
"Oh,
oh,
I'm
he's
the
not
bad
the bad guy.
and you're like,
Yeah.
well, nobody ever didn't see that coming the whole fucking movie. You stupid.
Well, when,
ass.
Yeah.
like when they're having that meeting in the beginning to talk about how they need to fund this thing, and you have the guy who's like, "Yeah, I'll fund it," and you're like, you just look at the guy and you're like, "That guy is definitely
The bad
piece of
guy.
shit."
Yeah.
He didn't have to do anything in that. He just has the look of a bad guy, and he didn't have fucked up hair. He just like fucking. He's like, "Oh
Mhm.
man, this guy is bad."
Well,
He's
I mean,
not-
And the
okay,
thing-
okay, look, like, and that's the crazy thing, right? It's like most of us like grew up, like like seeing that typical trope fucking bad guy thing there, like, and yet somehow Newsom still became governor. It's like, dude, the fool fucking looks like the real life fucking Green Goblin or fucking whatever
Norman
it is.
Osborn.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
yeah, fucking Harvey Osborn.
He
Okay,
does.
okay,
Norman
like,
Osborn.
yeah, okay, like of course he's a fucking bad guy. All right, like.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the fucking spider. All right, he's gonna go. after
Yeah,
him.
it's just
It's in the wrong state though. He needs to go to New York. That's where the spider is.
Mhm.
He doesn't hang out, and
well,
I don't
no,
think
he,
there's any spiders. in
well,
there.
no, he
There's
moved
no good
here
people
because he was
live in
tired
New
of dealing
York
with the
anymore.
spider.
They all moved away.
He was pretty
Let's
much
be real here.
like, why stay in New York and continue having to deal with the spider when I can just move to California and not have to deal with anyone like
Well,
that?
no, there's still the West Coast Avengers and
There's
shit. They're
no-
just like, but
the
they're
West
literally
Coast Avengers
the,
is like fucking like what? Like the fucking goddamn fucking Captain Planet fucking crew out there? A bunch of goddamn kids with fucking some rings out there. And
Okay,
some dude who goes out there
Hold
and
on.
fucking
I'm
like
not
plants
going
trees
to-
as a superpower.
I'm not gonna say no because I'm pretty sure they're pretty light hitters. They're not fucking huge dudes.
No,
but
dude. The West Coast Avengers quit. They've been replaced by the Snowflakes.
let's see. Who
I
were
think
the
there
West
is
Coast
actually a
Avengers?
Marvel comic called the Snowflakes.
There was gonna be. I don't think they ended up doing it.
It never actually got published.
No.
They read the room for once. They're like, they open the door and the room's like, what the fuck? And they're like, shut the door immediately. Okay, we're not doing that.
Okay, so I mean they got Hawkeye, but no superpowers there. You have Scarlet Witch at
Lame.
some point and Vision.
Yeah, but that's only after
Uh,
they fucking moved off and went to fucking WandaVision,
But that
fucking
Wonder Man
land there and
was
started
there.
banging.
Wonder Man's in there. So you
Isn't
got
he
you got
pretty tough?
he's fucking powerful. And then you got apparently Tony Stark was at some point over here, but he's all over the place. And then you had Mockingbird, but once again, no powers with Mockingbird either. She's just a shield agent. So you have a couple of powers. I mean, Wanda, it depends on what her state of mind is on how powerful she's going to be. Because, I mean, she could fucking wipe all the mutants out with a snap of her fingers if she wanted to. Or she could sit in her fucking room and cry for fucking 20 years.
Fucking now.
Who fucking knows what she's going to do. Vision's powerful, but he doesn't use that power very much. Unless he's, like, corrupted by fucking Ultron or some shit. And, yeah. So, I mean, Wonder Man. You got Wonder Man. That's because he's always doing fucking movies and shit like that because he's a movie star.
Wonder Man's hard as fuck, though, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
It seems
Who the
like
fuck
he
is
was
Wonder
in the
Man?
comic.
Who's Wonder Man? He's got like red eyes. He can fly. Super strong. I think he can shoot lasers out of his eyes.
He's got some weird
too.
energy powers, and I
Is he
actually
kind of like a toned down Superman? Is that kind of what it sounds like?
no, a little
Let's
no.
see.
He's definitely not an. I don't know. He's got weird. His powers are not. So Marvel has like 3 different Supermen. They've got Gladiator, and the Sentry, and then Hyperion, and I think there's one more that I'm forgetting. And the other ones, it's weird. It's a weird scenario. They're not.
They try not to
Kinda no.
overpower their guys to the point where it's boring to watch.
Well, that's
Like
what I
the
was saying.
Sentry-
Like,
the
you know,
Sentry
like
is-
if he was like a toned down
Yeah.
Superman,
Like,
we're like, okay,
no.
like yeah, he has some Superman powers there, but he's not like, oh fuck you, you can't kill me, dude.
no,
No matter
like,
what the fuck you do.
like a guy like the Sentry.
Yeah.
So he's one of the most powerful heroes on Earth, but he's fucking insane. So he doesn't.
He's
like,
not
has to-
insane. He just has that DID.
He's insane.
That's not insanity. That's a mental condition. He's not insane. You can't say that. That's not woke. You can't say that,
I
Steve.
can definitely say that. He's fucking
No,
insane. He's been used
not
by
insane.
Norman Osborn to
Now you're
to
saying
take
he's a
out bunch
sex
of
slave.
shit.
Okay, we're getting rich with this one.
I mean, I don't doubt that Osborn didn't do some weird shit with that guy. All right, so but
You're
he's
saying
not a
Osborn
fucking,
would. All right, let's be real here. We all know everybody here would probably plow the Sentry. I mean, he's a famous superhero.
Damn it. He's got this fucking entity inside of him called, I think it's like the Void or something like that.
Yeah,
That can basically wipe out the galaxy, and he's got to keep it inside all the time. And like fucking, he takes meds and magic people do all kinds of weird shit on his mind. I'm sure fucking Xavier did shit to him too. But yeah,
Xavier fucked
yeah,
up
but
a
we
lot
don't
of
talk
fucking
about what Xavier
superheroes.
did.
yeah.
So I was saying, like, Xavier fucked up a lot of fucking different superheroes, didn't he? Like, getting in their mind, trying to fuck shit up, like, thinking, like, ooh, I'm helping by fucking scrambling this person's mind.
Oh, he
Uh-oh,
scrambled their
They went
potatoes big
insane,
time.
and now their power's out of control. Oh, no, if only this could have been prevented by not fucking with this person's mind and,
Who's the
making their
bad
powers go
guy?
out of fucking control.
Who's one of the bad guys on the Harry Potter? The guy who does the Oculus thing where he makes people misremember.
Gold,
Gold is has
teacher.
gold in there.
Oh,
Ricky, what the
I'm
Lockhart?
Lockhart.
Yeah.
Lockhart obliviates little children's brains so they
Yeah.
can't remember what he did.
Xavier's fucking Lockhart.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's even gross. He was doing ew, dude.
Yeah.
He's doing weird shit to him.
That's what we're all been saying.
You know he
Yes.
is. Xavier's over there doing creepy shit. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
well,
and guess it.
you know,
He did it, and he did it to Wolverine too.
you'd plow Wolverine.
I mean, who fucking won it?
Yeah,
Okay?
no shit.
Like, don't be fucking
Can't
trying to
judge him
yuck
for
that there
that.
when it's like, dude, like you can't be judging someone for like getting with that dude. All right, dude, like that's just like that's not even gay at this point. That's just
I'll
like,
just be like, get your knife hands or whatever they're called away from
yeah,
here.
dude, yeah. Dude. I mean, that's
Yep.
just like I said, like that's not even gay at this point. Just like,
Do you think there's like somebody he's been with that wanted him to pretend to be Freddy Krueger?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Can you put on that red and green sweater for me, please?
Yeah.
oh yeah, Freddy. And he's like, fuck you, I'm not Freddy.
And then I can put some
God
melted
damn it.
cheese on your face. It'll really do me
So
good.
mad. I'm not fucking Freddy.
I don't know what I'm saying.
It's like that's
Fuck
right, Freddy.
you.
Get mad. Ooh yeah.
Mhm.
Hulk gonna smash. Like you know what? I can't even with this anymore. God
Yeah.
damn it!
Told you I'm not Hulk. Why do you say that? You know I fucking hate that.
The motherfucker throws me around.
He just
all
starts
the time.
calling her Sabretooth all of a sudden. And she's like, uh-oh. Things didn't go the way I wanted them to here.
Man, it's probably that lady, the you know the one like Lady Deathstrike or something like that.
Yeah.
Deathstroke.
It's probably her. You know they got into some fucking kinky shit when they were together.
Yeah.
She's got all kinds of fucking healing powers too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think she has stuff where she can make him not heal too.
Yeah.
That's a weird
Yeah.
one.
Well, isn't that why he dies in the first place? Is because he gets so old that his fucking healing factor goes away.
Supposedly. Like his healing factor's been like holding back whatever poison the fucking adamantium puts into
Yeah.
his body. And the older he gets, the healing factor weakens.
Degrades, and so he's
and
pretty
then he's
much
starting
getting
to weaken from the adamantium.
Yeah,
in
he's
his
getting
body
heavy,
and stuff,
heavy
so-
metal poison. Which honestly, at the very end, he should have just been batshit crazy and done like a Mad Hatter type of fucking, end of his story there, because he's completely fucking batshit crazy. So why wouldn't you just
Well,
have a
What
Mad
Well, I
Hatter?
sucks
wonder
instead
if
of it?
he just
somebody
let-
did put vibranium in there instead of that.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if he just let fucking Magneto take the shit off his bones again, if he would be all right for longer.
Well, yeah, I mean Magneto
Oh, for
really
sure,
technically
dude.
isn't.
The adamantium, because the old man comic, they're putting stuff in the food, and then I don't know. I think they were doing something on the side that was burgering up his healing.
Yeah, I'm sure they were doing that to like because they were trying to keep mutants down in that
Yeah,
timeline. So yeah, they probably put that shit from fucking the Inhumans in there because they're like mutants are allergic to the Tarragon gas.
I think
Yeah,
that's what it
turns
is.
people-
I don't know.
yeah.
There was something that had to do with the food where he was. At least that's what I remember. I watched these stupid YouTube videos where they talk about this stuff, and
Yeah,
there
'cause
was this
there's,
whole
like-
long-winded thing.
Yeah, there's a whole thing where like almost all the mutants are dead except for I think Wolverine and Rogue because
Isn't that what the
power
whole like
she stole
Sentinel
from,
thing there? Like where they freaking they released the fucking Sentinels to go out there and hunt down. and
No,
kill
they've
the
been doing that
mutants.
forever. There's
It's
a
like
there's
Baby
a point.
Hulk too.
Yeah, there's a
What the
point.
fuck?
There's a point where they end up.
It's not. He's like little kid Hulk.
There's like
I'm
a
serious.
point where there's the Tarragon gas that makes Inhumans, and that is like spreading.
shit.
There's like gas across the fucking planet, and if there's mutants in there, it'll just kill the mutants. So like, there's only a couple of mutants left. That like all of fucking the island that Magneto takes over and rules over. I can't remember what the fuck it's called now.
Genoa.
Is dead.
Krakoa.
Yeah, it's Genoa. Something similar to that, if it's not that. And it's like I think most of those guys are dead because it's just fucking the Cloud went over there and killed everybody. And so like the mutants don't like the Inhumans, and the humans are like, "Yo, we just want to survive." And then they're like I think they're on the moon, some shit. I don't know.
With
Then
the
Black
Nazis.
Bolt's just like, I'll kill everybody. Not
Yeah,
a
I'll
big
just blow
deal.
everybody's head up with my fucking voice. It's all cool. He could just blow the planet up if he wanted to, I'm sure. But yeah.
But then
It's-
what
it's
you do
all-
is you tell Scarlet Witch how powerful he is,
and then he
just stands there and
takes his
doesn't
mouth
just
away, and then he just
explode
talks
her.
inside of his head.
doesn't just explode him right there because Reed Richards is a genius. Fucking autist.
Yeah.
That's what happens when
Yeah.
you think an autist is a fucking genius. They still are an autist. You can't fucking, he's like on the spectrum. He's berging out a little bit. You can't ask,
Fucking Xavier's sitting there like, dude, what the fuck, man? You knew,
He's
like,
like,
why
"Shut
would you
up,
tell
you
her that?
fucking idiot. Why
fucking
would you
moron.
even?
He's like,
Damn
"Oh,
it,
shit."
Reed. Reed's like, what? I still think they should do Reed Richards as Jim, and then fucking
from
have
The
Doctor
Office?
Doom. Yeah, have Doctor Doom be Rain, whatever the fuck his last
Rainn
name is.
Wilson?
Dwight. I think he would be
Yeah.
a good Doctor Doom. Because he did good being Mud on fucking Star Trek.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know. It'll work,
And
dude.
he's
Don't worry about
Dwight.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
That'd be
him
so
be the
funny.
dude that spills his chili, you know?
Aw, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Damn it.
Poor fucking Kevin, dude.
I know it's the one thing he does best. Poor guy. And he spills it.
Okay, so like, did you see his post where he does it again? Like, actually, like for real, like legitimately, like accidentally, like he's like going like somewhere and like he makes some chili and he spills his chili in his car. He's like, I did it again. And he posts it.
No.
Like, you guys never saw? Yeah. So like he was like
No.
going somewhere, something like that, like in real life. Like, and he goes off there and he makes some chili and he puts it in the crock pot and he gets in his car. And then it spills all over his fucking car. So he posts this thing. He's like, I fucking did it again.
No, I did not see that. But for Christmas last year, I bought Eric a chili cookbook with him on the cover, and he has his the actual recipe from The Office in there.
Oh, nice.
And then
Nice.
so I've made 3 different chilies out of that cookbook so far.
Nice.
Let's just say it's a good investment.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Cards are unbelievable, you guys. You have no idea.
Yeah,
There's been a couple of times running my machine, I've had to stop and be like, okay, holy fuck, I'm gonna pass
oh
out.
my God, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
what
just,
I wanted to
I,
hear.
I just think it's kind of fucking hilarious that, like, you know, he spilt his chili again in real life. Actually, I guess that wasn't scripted. When he spilt his chili, he legitimately fell and tripped and spilt it, and he just kind of just went with it.
I
and
thought
just
I
kept the
read that
camera
it
going.
was scripted, and he did it in the first try, so he didn't have to do it over and over again because they didn't want to.
Okay, yes, yeah, I heard the exact
That's-
opposite. That it wasn't scripted. That he was walking through and he legitimately tripped, and he was like, they just kept the camera rolling, and he just kind of just went with it. I was like, oh shit, you know, like I don't know. That's what I heard. I mean, either one could be right. I mean, honestly, I'm more
We have
inclined to
two
believe
internet.
Kelly's.
We have two wannabe PIs. We are
Oh.
definitely gonna
Yeah.
get to the bottom of this.
Well, like I said, like honestly, I'm more inclined to believe Kelly's one. I'm a Kelly's version because she's usually right about these kind of things
Yeah, The Office is kind of
because it's fucking Kelly, you know, and this
a
is
big
what she
deal
does.
to her. It's The Office. She loves that shit.
Yeah.
She's
Oh.
like, oh heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does that
I
sound
mean,
like Steve's on it?
It looks. I
think-
mean, it looks like it was scripted, but then
Oh, okay.
once I was on the floor, that was all him, like
Just,
you know, trying to scoop it back into the
Uh-huh.
thing. I think
Like
that
he
was
did
all
so
him.
good. I thought that was real. That's one
Okay,
of the
yeah.
best scenes, aside
Yeah.
from the one where they're
Oh,
throwing the watermelon off of the roof.
because onto
literally-
the trampoline.
My brothers and I would have done the exact same thing. And the second you throw it and you realize it's gonna hit the trampoline and hit the car, it's immediate with the no. Ooh. And then you look at each other like, okay, we gotta bail. How are we gonna get out of this?
yeah.
Shit.
I was like, you know what? One of us is gonna have to take the fucking fall, man. All right.
Yep.
Like it's the only way. Only one of us can survive this. There's no reason why we both gotta go down. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, with us growing up, you know, it's pretty much like, you know, if one of us goes down, we all go down. Kind of, you know, philosophy with us. You know.
Is that true,
Mhm.
Steve?
What now? Sorry, I was reading shit. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. I
So Ricky was
totally
saying
gone.
that if one of you guys went down, you all went down. And I was like, I don't know. That seems separate from what I used to hear Steve say.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. Anyways.
Talking about you and Ricky getting in trouble and what happened.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
no, definitely not. Ricky was definitely going to be the one getting in trouble if I could find a way around it.
Oh yeah.
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 That's what I'm saying. Like,
If there was a method for me to
to
make
depend
sure
on
Ricky
me.
got all the blame, it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
If I
exactly.
couldn't,
Yeah.
I would try to get most of it on him at least. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would usually work.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're not using your brains there, all right? Use your brains more and you won't get in trouble.
Over here, victim shaming.
I'm
Fucking
not victim
thanks,
shaming.
Steven.
Just be smarter, all right?
I don't think it's possible to victim shame dudes. I don't think that's a thing.
I'm surprised they didn't have any like crazy special super like future weapons in this movie.
Oh,
They
I
had
know,
like a
right?
gun that was supposed to look futuristic, but it wasn't. It was
It
just like
looked
a
like
regular
shit.
fucking yeah. It was like anything
And then
they
it
made. Like,
jammed.
yeah,
It's still
and,
fucking jammed, dude.
yeah.
The future gun still fucking jams.
Have you seen the gun that they're coming out with the like fucking what is it
What's
called?
Dan?
The
I love you too, buddy.
fuck
Hey,
is the
get
movie
out of the
called?
goodies over there. No.
Judge Dredd.
Okay.
They made a Judge Dredd style gun where like you gotta like use your fingerprint and all this other shit on it. And it's all like electronic.
Yeah, everybody's gonna
trigger
go out
stuff.
and run out to buy that one. Huh,
And
Ricky?
so
Yeah.
I was watching this guy, he was trying it out and stuff like that, and he fired it and it jammed so fucking much while he was firing it. And this is at like the test range at the company that made this thing. And he's like, it once it fires, it's fine. He's like, it works all right, all this stuff. It's a quick, it unlocks quick, like instantaneous kind of thing, because it's got like a face unlock and a thumb unlock kind of thing.
One, buddy.
And it only needs one of those to unlock the thing. And then he was like, but it jammed so much that it was like, it's not where it needs to be, because I think the internals are like, they're
Take one. That's it.
it's all electronic, so it's not
Yeah.
like it's not all. What do you call the other thing? Analog? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Mechanical.
yeah, mechanical. When you pull the trigger, it's hitting the switch to flip the firing pin up and hit all that shit and cycle. So it's not like it's all electronic in there. So it's just like he's like, it's just not where it needs to be.
I love you too.
This was like a year or so ago that I saw this, so I don't know if the gun ever came out, but I was like, man. Judge Dredd shit's not gonna happen, all right? At least not.
This
for
is
a long ass
exactly
time.
what our commandos need.
Yeah. So
How's
was
your
a cool-
jamming gun doing?
it was a cool
Right.
concept. Oh, and also you had to charge the gun. You had
Yeah.
to charge it. It had to be set on a
Oh.
charger. So like it has like a holster that you slide it into, and you can put it on your desk table or like in the drawer or something like that. But it had to be in there to charge. And I don't know how you unlock it if it's not charged. I
You
don't know if
don't.
there's
You
like another
probably
way to
don't.
do it. But I'm like, man, that would suck if it didn't charge, huh?
Yeah.
No, but and also didn't have all the cool shit like fucking incendiary rounds and shit like that you could just tell the gun to do, like Judge Dredd.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Was a cool feature they had on that.
Yeah, you just fucking tell it whatever, and then it like shoots the round and like blows some dude's head off or some shit.
It's like gun go pew pew big time, and then the gun's
Yeah.
like, "Yep, here we go."
And then if somebody grabs
Super
it that doesn't
pew.
have that isn't the judge, then it blows their fucking hand off. Cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck.
But yeah, they like the future car they had looked like shit in this. It looked like the Cybertruck, almost, except it had all this weird shit on the outside of it. Did you see that car?
Kind of
that
looked
they were
like if
driving?
Elon Musk had no taste and he designed the Cybertruck.
yeah.
The Cybertruck kind of looks cool. It's not the worst truck I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
but,
it's definitely
okay,
no
so
like
now, like, you know what?
VW bug or something.
Okay, now like one thing I do love about Elon Musk though is that like, when he goes up there and he says like, "Oh yeah, you can't break this shit," and he has the guy, I'm gonna go up there and throw that fucking ball out this window and just shatters first try. He's like, "Huh? Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to."
Well, do you know why they were saying it happened?
Because they were doing that a shit ton in the back, where I think before they
Well, they
brought
hit it
up.
with a sledgehammer before they did
Yeah,
that.
and they
Apparently,
fucking-
it broke
Yeah, they-
below the door.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
The door actually broke the window.
Yeah. So, and that was like the reason why all that went down there. But he was just
There's
but,
a
you know, like,
video of Joe
yeah, you
Rogan
know, like,
shooting it
he-
with a fucking bow and arrow.
yeah, but like
And
he
it's
does
awesome.
He doesn't try to like downplay the fact that the window broke though. He's just like, "Oh, that fucking sucks," pretty much. He
He's like,
owns
"Whoops."
up. He fucking owns up to it. And he's like, "Yeah, obviously, it can break. It's just gonna take a lot."
You know why I
like,
think he's
I was like,
rad
that's
is
fucking
because the
awesome.
media hates him.
well,
I've read so many articles about Elon Musk bad some reason, and they're
Mhm.
all dumb. It's like Starlink is blocking out the stars. I don't give a shit. Guess what? If the FCC would get their head out of their ass and make Frontier, Comcast, every cable company they've paid billions of dollars to put fiber, how would Starlink ever get sold to anybody? Okay,
Yeah.
you guys aren't answering. They couldn't because we would have a gigabit up and down everywhere. You could go into the middle of what's a Wyoming,
Wyoming.
okay, right by the train station, and there'd be a fucking fiber hookup. They'd have fiber Wi-Fi at the train station when they're dumping bodies off on Yellowstone.
Right. No, yeah. But now, okay, so now like the thing that they do need to do though, however, is they really need a competitor. Because I feel like that's gonna like force them to improve upon it and make it better. You know what I
Bezos
mean?
was supposed to be shooting his dick rockets into space.
Yeah.
And making some of those things.
Well,
but
you know,
it
he
hasn't
got,
happened
but
yet,
you know, he got busy doing his whole fucking, you know, Dr. Evil fucking thing there with his son Scott. You know, so wouldn't it be hilarious if fucking he had a son named Scott?
Well, you don't want to know what the funny thing is? All they have to do to have a competitor is for all those companies that got paid billions of dollars to use some of that money to put fiber into all of our houses.
Yeah.
And then Elon literally can't sell. You can't sell 100 megabit for $120 a month when you could get $50 fiber. That's a gigabit up and down. You can't, like, who the fuck would do that?
Yeah.
Other than me for having a backup.
Yeah.
Because I like the internet. And I don't, it paid off this weekend. So, because it went down for a while and then it.
Yeah. How is your guys' weather going down up there?
It's been weird. We haven't had any snow. So that's good.
Oh, that's
but
good.
Other than
Yeah.
that, it's been really fucking weird.
Yeah, you're
Rain's
supposed to get some
coming,
more
so it
rain
looks like it should
again.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, I was maybe going to get a day off tomorrow. And then my boss called and goes, "Oh, you don't have a day off?" And I'm like, son of a bitch. Because I worked Saturday and Sunday last week. And then I worked yesterday. And I've been having lots of long hours. And I was like, damn it. I just wanted a little bit of time off. Son of a bitch.
I know, right? Like, but Eric, I mean, you really are selfish into thinking, like you should have any kind of time off. You know what I mean? Like, like your company should be your life, bro. Like you should be dedicating yourself to the grind and nothing else. Like your family comes second, dude. Like you should know that.
I'm definitely not one of those guys. But I'm not the other end of that spectrum either, where it's like, I shouldn't even have to freaking work at all. Like, they should just pay me to fucking look at myself in the mirror or something.
Well, I mean, you are absolutely beautiful, and they should pay you to just stare at yourself in the mirror.
That would be rad. I could definitely get down with that job. Ask my wife.
He could.
Yeah. She seen me. I do a good job.
Mhm.
I could get that done like almost no. I mean, there's people that are going to be top tier. You got your like Amanda Byneses and Leonardo DiCaprio's, and then whatever miscellaneous Instagram ladies. They're gonna get that done way better than me.
Bynes? Why would you pick
Yeah,
Shannon?
that was a weird first choice.
I know,
The
right?
longest team.
You know why? I just watched the fucking Asmongold video, and like she literally every time she insults anybody, she's an ugly bitch. Which, if you have ever met anybody who's actually very vain, the first thing they want to say is that person's ugly. And it just popped in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, just like that lady that what's his name was talking about.
Okay. I was like, yeah.
Does that make more sense now?
If she was current, I would understand.
At least you had some kind of
right?
thought for it, because it was like a weird poll. It was like,
Yes,
where the fuck did that
thank you.
come from?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I knew some old timey actress. That would have been even better.
Oh,
Audrey.
man.
Audrey Hepburn's probably
Raquel
she's probably
Welch.
one of those ladies, isn't she? Raquel Welch was fucking hot. You can't
Yeah,
even
she
say
was.
Yeah,
anything. She was so above and beyond hot. You can't even fault her. I don't even care. She was.
Why did
She was hot in grumpier old men when she was like 70. And I was like, this is weird. I'm getting fucking a boner from an octogenarian. Or no,
Wasn't she
that's a
a
septuagenarian.
septuagenarian?
Whoops.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys know what I meant.
Octopus.
Why didn't they go just all the way back and just kill Max as a child? That way they didn't have to deal with him and they could do their plan without him. You know, just fucking take
Movie
him out.
logic.
Movie logic.
Movie logic.
I
Oh,
did.
I
I
said
hear.
movie logic.
I heard movie logic also,
Oh my
but I was like,
gosh.
I'm pretty sure Eric said movie logic. Like, you know, my brain went to the right thing, but I was like, it sounded like Eric said booby logic to me.
I use my Belgian accent.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, man.
did you guys notice all the corollaries with like what's the one for Loki called? TVS?
Oh man. Yeah.
But it's the
something like
same thing. The ripples and all that stuff. I'm like, this is the Loki guy. Fucking loved Timecop, dude. Loki's
Yeah.
hair and Jean-Claude Van Damme's hair, fucking pretty close.
that. Oh man.
You can't deny it. It's pretty fucking close.
TVA.
TVA, see?
Yeah,
You got the
time
TVS and the TVA.
Time variance authority.
Yeah. You know? And then like the fucking smug piece of shit guy. It seems like that guy was a bad guy in so many things, but then Kelly looked at his IMDb, and I think I'm confusing him. There's an Italian guy that kind of looks like him. And
We're
that's
talking about
who
the
I was
bad guy,
thinking of.
Macomb guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking up. I was gonna look him up too. So, yeah. I mean, he's in like Law and Order and stuff. I don't know. I don't remember seeing this guy. He just looks very generic to me. It just looks like a dude.
That's what I'm saying.
know.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks like a bad guy. I always love how they have like the hero has a hard time beating up a fucking sociopath who's like a suit who never does anything.
Yeah, we've got this guy who's just a fucking lifelong politician, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's fucking spin kicking and splitting and just doing all this crazy fucking kung fu shit, and
Rad shit.
can't beat this fucking dude who's been fucking spoon fed, you know, his everything his whole fucking life. I'm assuming this looks like one
Yeah.
of those guys. So
Like I feel like that's some of those movie guys like really wishing that they were something. Is
yeah.
that like there's a movie where James Caan is legitimately beating up Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm like, the eraser, James Caan is like, what are you doing? Arnie,
Yeah.
just punch him in the face and he's gonna die.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Hit him in the face, dude. Damn it. You know?
I feel like this is the first time I've heard anybody mention one of these guys' accents too. Like his wife like mentions that he can't speak English very well or something like that, like in the very beginning when they're you know, talking. And she's like, I can't remember what the fuck the line was, but it was something she made fun of his fucking accent. And I'm like, nobody ever did that to Schwarzenegger, you know.
No.
Mhm.
But she says something about it, and I'm like, that was weird. That was a weird line. Like, did she just say that out of nowhere? Like that was improvised or some shit? But like, because they don't usually mention like this guy who's an all-American hero, but also has a fucking you know, Austrian accent or a French accent or Belgian accent or whatever, you know. And then,
Yeah.
you know, they don't usually mention that shit. So it's just like that was a
No,
little
they
weird.
don't.
Yeah,
That's
because I don't think anybody's ever
think
said that
about.
about Arnold in any of his movies.
No.
Even in like
I didn't
fucking
even say
last,
that in Kindergarten Cop.
yeah, or last
yeah, I was
action,
just gonna say.
Last Action Hero, which is super self-referential, and they never say anything about it. So, like, it's weird. But yeah, I feel like she just fucking
Kindergarten
said
Cop. I wonder if she's kind of like one of those women who just says what's on her mind,
it.
and it just popped out.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't understand what you're saying. You're
Mhm.
dumb and no one likes you. Look how smug you are. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Uh-oh.
Yeah, there definitely are a lot of people out there like that, not just women. Just the first thought, random thought that comes in their brain, they are spewing it out, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck did you say that?
She hasn't done anything since 2013. Like,
Maybe she thought the world was gonna end and she's locked in a bunker somewhere and someone needs to let her out.
she got something coming up, Life of Chuck. But let's see, that's the only thing she's got like pending. Everything else she hasn't done a whole lot.
What was
recently.
Fielding? What the hell's that lady's real name?
The Gloria Rubin.
Now, what was she in? I swear I've seen her, but I was like, I don't know who that is.
And
And it was like, I was
she's
just.
in The Equalizer. Let's see. She's
What
in
about TV
Firestarter.
shows?
Well, NCIS is The Equalizer was also a TV show apparently at some point.
Oh, really?
Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. She's in Blue Bloods. She's in Mr. Robot. I assume I know you've seen that.
That's who she is. She's the therapist in Mr. Robot. Now I know who she is. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
He ends up getting a crush on her and he bergs out big time and then just is like, yep, so we're going to be together now. And she's like, what? No.
So what does it
Ew,
mean to
dude.
berg out?
What's that?
What does it mean to berg out?
It's just where you're like, you know how my brother Robert is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's berging out.
Oh, so like how he is all the time.
It's being super direct, not getting any subtle, cues.
No,
I suffer from it on occasion, but I
it's
think,
just understands literally zero social cues whatsoever.
Correct. Yes.
Like-
and it's not,
and
see,
it's
Jason
and
would like to be berged out, but he's just a dickhead. So there's a difference.
And like part of me feels like you like you know what the social cue is and how you should respond to it, but like you're kind of like, nah, fuck that.
Who, me?
No, I think
yeah, you.
No.
I think the berged out thing is more you don't know that though.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure though there's been many times where Eric's just like, I know the proper social norm of how to respond to this. I'm not going to though.
No,
I know what it is.
I just forget where I'm like, oh, that's what that it was. Sometimes it just takes me a minute because I have to process it. Where a lot of other people, it just like they just do it. Steve's done it a couple of times. We were doing something, and I can't remember what exactly he said.
Never.
I was just like, whoa, that was fucking, you nailed that one. And he was just like, what?
Surprised you haven't picked on me
Okay,
yet.
here's a good example, Ricky. So at one point I was joking with my brother and I said, listen, what we should do is we should rent a big boat and then we'll put an ad in a newspaper and it'll say that we're given a sex island like that other guy tours, right? Okay. So then Robert goes, well, where? And I was like, then on the boat, we'll just push these guys off the boat once we hit international waters and we'll just like get rid of a bunch of these pieces of shit. And Robert goes, yeah, but where's this island at? And that's the thing. Like, I was like, dude, there is no island. We're just using that as an excuse to push these pieces of shit off the boat.
Like, he's like, yeah, but
what?
like you need an island though.
Yeah, he's like, but where's the? I'm like, oh my god, these morons aren't gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Well, Robert really just wanted there to be an island. You know, he just really wanted there to be one.
No, he just didn't understand. Yeah, that's just the thing. The literal part. You've got to like there was something that Kelly did recently that was a really good
I do
example
it all the time.
that I can't remember exactly what it was. And
recently,
I was like, which one?
Yeah. Sometimes there's a lot, and you're just
there's a lot.
Okay.
Like when he'll ask me what time it is, like most people like, okay, right now it's 7:25. He would probably say, oh, it's 7:30. I'd be like, no, it's 7:25. That is what time it is right now.
Yes.
Like,
it's fucking really frustrating sometimes.
And he's like, it doesn't matter what the exact time is. I just need to know the general
like, I'm not
time
trying to
frame.
I don't go into seconds.
Where we're in it. Yeah. You see, that's Kelly's. Precision there is like going down into seconds. You know, where Eric's is just you can round the minutes.
That's just the German in Kelly. I think that's all that is. The German.
It's not my Bergness. It's my German.
Yes,
Germanness.
I need to know that was a millimeter. Otherwise, it is a piece of shit. This must be precise.
Oh man! All right, what rating did you guys give this movie?
Oh, not a good one.
Yeah, it's just like, all right.
I mean,
I kind of wish that they made a Highlander movie with the bigger bad guy as the Kurgan, or like the
Yeah.
Kurgan's sidekick, because he would have done great. This movie's
Yeah.
like a 1.5. It's a 2-star movie.
oh,
I was
being
gonna give it
generous there.
1.5 stars, but then there was some pretty cool stuff in it.
The boobs.
No, the kicks and stuff. The nostalgia for watching somebody do cool kicks and stuff.
I'm gonna say 1.5 stars. I don't think if I was trying to avoid getting a electric wire into the water, I would. I mean, because I can do the splits, so there's that. But I wouldn't jump onto the counter like that. So
All right, I will pay
You're
$1
just
million.
not doing it right. If you don't jump
I
on
will
the counter
pay
to
$1
do it.
million if Kelly can jump up and get her legs even on her knees on the counter.
That's I could.
You would fucking 1,000% klutz out and fucking you'd ram your knee
No.
into the the top
When it's
drawer.
time to step up for like
Then you'd
safety
slip.
reasons, I do it. Like, have you seen me like I'll think that stands in the front yard or something, and there's a situation. There's like all this obstacles, and I'm like, all right, track and field time. No, bam, no, wait, show, just like that.
I love
And I
Kelly's
make it
sound effects.
I wish we had emotional damage hit right then.
Oh man, it takes so long to get over to that.
That's great. Those are honestly some of the greatest sound effects I've ever heard in my life.
Uh,
All right, Ricky.
Okay.
So yeah.
I gave this a 1 star.
Yeah.
This was just terrible. It's terrible. I mean,
Why'd they have to get
Yeah.
no pod to go anyways? Like they don't get no pod to come back.
why not? That's why.
you know what? I kind of feel like they had a script, like a first draft written, where there was
Mhm.
something that happened in one of the pods,
Yeah.
and then they had to cut it out because it was maybe too gruesome or something. Oh,
Yeah. I
damn
mean,
it.
they do talk about like some people like smashing into the wall or whatever. I assume
Yeah.
that was all a joke to scare the girl, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It's just like, they didn't have to get into a pod to come back, which is weird. They had to get into a pod to go, to go the first time. Like, what
I'm
the
just
fuck?
mad they didn't eat any bugs. You know,
They weren't
This is
worried
the
about the fucking
future.
butterfly effect at all in this either.
No.
no, they weren't.
No. Fucking Ashton Kutcher's fucking over here rolling around in his grave. I'm like, what
With
the
no
fuck,
arms
bro?
and legs.
Yep. No fucking arms and legs.
It's a fucked up scene.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
man.
about that.
Oh,
Like Eric's
What the
like,
hell
what the fuck is he
happened to him,
talking about?
dude?
Ashton Kutcher? Is that what happened to Ashton Kutcher?
I was like, fuck, he died? Shit. How the hell did that happen?
I gave this movie 1.5 stars. Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, it was kind of dumb. It was, I guess it'd be better. Like if we watched the fucking Steven Seagal movie, this would still be better. So there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next week's movie is Ricky's Choice. What are you gonna choose?
We are going to do the Sharknado 5, Revenge of the Fifth.
No, it's global
Oh my
swarming.
God.
I know it's global swarming, but it's gonna be Revenge of the Fifth for Eric because he's gonna hate this movie, and
All
All right. Is there more or less Tara Reid in it?
probably more.
God dang it. Really?
Well, I know she's a big part in the last one because she's a fucking bunch of robot clone ladies.
Now the robot thing actually made sense with her acting. I was like, okay.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm just saying. Like,
Her
there's gonna
actually
be.
kind of doing a good job.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's gonna be a lot of that, in the last one.
So, all right. So we'll watch Sharknado 5, The Global Swarming, next week on Sunday. around 6 or 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
Sunday,
check
Sunday,
that out.
Sunday.
And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be playing some Vigi games around 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time for that too. Just check those out on twitch.tv/TurklerPlays. And our next week's 2.5 Stars is on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. So check those out. And hey, we can fucking dual stream now. So
Dual stream.
I gotta.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna
don't know.
be cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
So I've been
Coming to you
I've been
twice.
streaming the weekend or the weekday video games over on twitch.tv/TurklerPlays and youtube.com/@TurklerPlays. That's a weird one. Just Turkler Plays on YouTube. You'll find it there.
Yeah.
Check that out. That'll be it though. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.